What's up, y'all? This is Franchise Play here, man, with a Throwback Thursday, the second edition of Throwback Thursday. This time, College Hoops 2K8. You look at Greg Oden on the cover. Come on, now you know this is throwback, right? I'm gonna tell you, you can file this game under the list of games or the list, just the genre period, that I really wish would come back. I really wish it would. I mean, man, I know it's difficult for the developers to come up with the college games because there's the whole issue about the licensing the players, and if we don't have real players in there, will people play it, or will people buy it? Will people be interested in it? But man, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I know there's a good amount of people out there that just want to play college sports on video games. They want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, just go through the different experience of playing the college sports. And I mean, even if, man, I really believe that if you either make it where you can have fictitious players, or you make it where people can literally edit every team and player, I think there are people out there like myself who would like team up, create the entire rosters, and put them out there to share or download or whatever. No, I don't think anybody's gonna necessarily want to say, hey, we want to get paid for it or nothing like that. But just to free up the companies to just go ahead and make the game, and then we go ahead and as a team effort, people put together the rosters. Now, of course, it comes down to things like ratings or how you're gonna rate players and stuff like that. Well, that's something that I'm pretty decent with, because I came up with the whole little rating scale for my 2K NBA 2K class. Even maybe people could come to an agreement about what they want to rate the players or whatever. But more or less, what I'm saying is the developers can, like I said, they can ship the game with fictitious rosters, but you just make sure that you make it where everybody can edit and do whatever they want to do with it. Put a good amount of names in the name database. Go to the census and just take the last names from the census. Whoever should be a good amount of last names available from there. You got the Wiggins, the Parkers, the names like that really are gonna be smart. Those kind of names. All of those names are gonna be important for people to have. And you'll be set. Like right now, you might be looking at these rosters like, well, how did you get these rosters? Well, 2K8 had you can upload. You could basically create your own rosters or whatever, edit all of the players. You could even put them for share. The ability to have them shared with the 2K community. Well, there were people that were updating these rosters as late, I can confirm, as recently as 2012. I don't know about last year, because I went looking when I tried to put this video together. I was going to see if they had like the newest rosters. The servers, the 2K servers were unavailable, and I'm assuming that they were just, I don't know, because I know the 2K servers were down, period, for NBA 2K14. So I'm not sure if this information is stored all on the same servers or not. Maybe I can check back another time to see if the more updated rosters available. But somebody was, a gamer, somebody in the community was still reaching back to a game that's, look, I mean, this is 2000. It's about to be 2014. We're talking about a game that's 6 or 7 years old, and people were still going back and doing rosters for it. So just imagine what you could get if the game was new. People would really buy in, I think, to putting the rosters in. So I mean, just imagine next gen with graphics that were, on par with what we seeing with 2K14 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox 360, and put that in the whole college realm. I mean, just think about what the Carrier Dome would look like. Think about what Cameron Indoor Stadium would look like. I mean, it would be bananas. You understand? Bananas. Then make it where, if it's a 2K game, of course, you can then create a draft class on there too. Oh my God. I mean, it's bananas. It's bananas. And I know somebody's thought about this, but 2K is probably wary of the whole, they don't want to get sued. You know what I mean? They don't want to be going through the same thing EA was going through, you know, having to pay ridiculous amounts of settlements. And I don't think it's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. I totally dig it with the players, because I'm one of the people. I think college players should be paid anyway, and I don't think they should be paid according to their performance. So I don't mean like Jabari Parker should get paid more than Rashid Suleiman or anything like that. I think it should be they should all get paid for their time. If you think about it, other kids that go to college and play, that go to college on whatever scholarship, whatever they're there on, they get to have a job or work study or whatever they want to have, and they get paid for their job if they work on campus or something like that. Essentially, these kids are putting in mad work and bringing in tons of money for the program. And I don't want to hear nobody say, well, they are getting paid, they got their scholarship. Okay, whatever, dude. Please, proportionately, that's nothing compared to what the university brings in for their efforts. Nothing. It's nothing. It's just straight up, flat out, stank ball greed is what it is, and they should be paid. But that's a whole nother show. Well, that's a whole nother show. We're talking about gaming right now. Talking about gaming. And you see, this is the Kentucky against Louisville. Terrence Jones making the free throws is still there. Deron Lamb, no good, but you might notice in this video, Marquise Teague is hitting a lot of threes. So whoever did the ratings on Marquise Teague, y'all ain't get the memo. Marquise can't really shoot. That's why the Bulls optioned him to the D-League, because he's really struggling with his shot, period. I mean, that's struggling with shot and decision making, but he's struggling. Also, the person that did this roster, I just noticed it when I started playing this particular game. I think they weren't aware that Peyton Siva's name is Siva, not Peyton Silva. But, little stuff like that. The one thing is, too, once you download the rosters, you can edit them yourself, too, so you don't have to just sit there with it jacked up. You feel me? So if y'all are wondering, I'm actually playing my son in this game. He's got Louisville. He struggles a little bit sometimes with the simulation aspect of it. He's only 7. So, but he is decent in these games. I mean, he's a sports fanatic. I mean, hey, he has no other choice. I'm his father, so he has no other choice. This kid probably knows, I want to say, 70% of every NBA roster. There he is. Of all NBA, right? He probably knows 70% of the roster. And, he got it honest, because I was the same way around his age. So it's funny to hear him talk about it. I started to even do a whole series on just letting him just talk sports. It's hilarious. It's just hilarious. He'll talk about stuff that happened 10 years before he was born, like he actually saw it. It's hilarious. But yeah, so he's playing with Louisville right here. I figured let him get involved on Throwback Thursday. Put the kid out there on Throwback Thursday. So he's out here. I'm smashing him. I don't give him no breaks. I beat him down. But he right about now is owning me in WWE 2K14, killing me. Like I'm checking the controller options. Like, for real, what is really going on? Like, did you change something? Are you doing what? Did you put in a code? I mean, the boy is smashing me up in here, But I don't know. I need to practice or something. I don't know what he's doing, but there's nothing funny going on. He's just smashing me. I don't get it. So I'm getting him back right now in College Hoops 2K8. But I couldn't. See, that's Anthony Davis. It don't really look. Can you imagine if I did player faces, tattoos, and shoes on this? Oh, wow. It would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous because, you can look at it. The player models and especially the faces are all kind of weirdo, schmeardo. But, of course, they probably didn't look that weird to us back then, which was not even that long ago. You just look at the animations, look at the player faces. You like, man, this was only, 6 or 7 years ago, and look how far, technology has come just in that short period of time. But I will say this, from an atmosphere standpoint, this game the crowd, the chants, and all that stuff you can actually hear while you playing, super dope. Also, you know what I wish? The commentating team on this game is Vern Lundquist and Bill Raftery. Bill Raftery is dope. Why doesn't anybody? Well, I guess because it's college. That's why I'm not making a college game. There's no point. Because this was, if in case you didn't know, this was the last college hoops game. The series got canceled after this game. So it wasn't, I mean, it's not like the game was bad or nothing. This game was fun. It was fun. It's still actually pretty decent, to play. If this is like, if you really fiending for college basketball and you just really got to have it, it's still fun. But man, if 2K ever does decide to, to redo or renew this particular series, I hope they go back and get Bill Raftery because he's dope. Send it in with a kiss. Man to man. That's my guy. He's still actually one of my favorites to listen to doing, real college basketball. He just actually did the Syracuse Villanova game last weekend, and he was dope. It was a pretty decent game too, game of runs or whatever. But it was a pretty decent game, and Raftery did his thug thizzle like he always does. Holding here for trying to hold for this last shot. DeRon Lamb says, "Forget it. I'm gonna pull up. Drain it." Yeah, beating Junior here by 11 points. He didn't quite understand the. He was like, they don't do jump balls in college, do they? I'm like, no, it's possession arrow. So he's getting the possession arrow thing down. But that's that for the first half. I'm not going to show you a whole second half, whatever. That's not what Throwback Thursday is about. It's just about giving you a smidgen of the games from a couple years or longer ago. So y'all stay tuned for the next episode of Throwback Thursday and the rest of the content on Franchise Play. Subscribe, follow, peace.